This is the question asked in today's skillrack daily challenge. So in the first line of our input, we are given three integers n, x and y. So the integer n represents the total number of seats present in the bus, and the integer x represents the number of seats present in every row, and the integer y represents the total number of booked seats. And in the next line we are given y integers. So these y integers represents the seat numbers of the booked seats. So these are the seat numbers that are booked. So now our task is to calculate the total number of seats booked in every row of the bus. So it is given in the question that totally there are 20 seats in the bus and every row has 5 seats. So the total number of rows present in the bus would be n divided by x. So 20 divided by 5 will be equal to 4. So the total number of rows present in the bus will be 4. Only then if every row has 4 seats, then 5 into 4, totally there will be 20 seats. So the number of rows in the bus is 4. And in the first row the seat numbers will be from 1 to 5. Because every row has 5 seats, so in the first row the seat numbers will be from 1 to 5. And now we have to find the number of booked seats in the range 1 to 5. So in the input array, out of y integers and the integers in the range 1 to 5, we are able to find only the integer 5. So totally there is only one seat booked in the first row, so we print 1. And then in the next row the seat numbers start from 6 to 10. And now we have to find the integers that are present within this range in the input array. So 7 is present, and then I am making 5 to black because that is in previous row, and then the next 6 is present, and then the integer 9 is present, so this is in the range 6 to 10, and then also the integer 10 is present. So in the second row these are the booked seats, so totally 4 seats are booked. So for second row our output must be 4. So similarly we should be finding the total number of booked seats in every row for the remaining rows in the bus. So the next row the number starts from 11 to 15, and now we have to find the number of seats booked in the range from 11 to 15, and after that the next row will be from 16 to 20, and then the numbers from range 16 to 20 we have to find the total number of booked seats. So our task is to print only the total number of booked seats in every row. So in the first row there is 1 seat booked, and in the second row 4 seats are booked, and in the third row 2 seats are booked, and in the last row only 1 seat is booked. So this is what we should be printing in our output. So in our output also we can see that we are just printing the total number of seats as our output. So 1, 4, 2, 1. So this is our output. So now let us see our sample input 2. So here the value of integer n is equal to 15, and then x is equal to 3 and y is equal to 15, and in the next line we are given 15 integers, and here y is equal to n, which means the total number of seats is equal to the total number of booked seats, which means that all the seats in the bus are booked. So in those cases we should be printing full as our output. That is what we are given in the question. Now let us see how to write a C program for this. So first I am creating 3 integers n, x and y, and in the next line I am accepting the value of the 3 integers n, x and y, and now I am checking whether n is equal to y or not. If n is equal to y, it means that the total number of seats is equal to total number of booked seats. In those cases we have to print full as our output. So I am printing full, and whenever n is not equal to y, we are going to proceed in the else part. So in the else part I am creating a new integer array named booked seats of size y. So now only we are going to accept the seat numbers of booked seats. So I am creating a loop that starts to iterate from 0 and iterates till y, and in every iteration we will be accepting an integer which represents the seat number of booked seat, and we will be storing it into the array named booked seats. So only when n is not equal to y, we are going to accept the seat numbers as input, else we are not going to accept it as an input itself. So now we have to print the total number of seats booked in every row. So to do that, first I am creating a new integer variable named seat start is equal to 1, and now we have to iterate through all the row present in the bus. So the total number of rows in the bus will be n by x. So I'm starting from 1 and I'm iterating till n divided by x. So the I loop is for row, and in every row our task is to print the total number of booked seats. So to do that, I am creating a new integer variable named count and I am setting its value to 0, and also the seat chart initial value will be equal to 1. So the seat numbers in the first row will be from 1 till 1 plus x. So that will be the seat range in the first row. So I am creating a j loop that starts to iterate from seat chart and iterates till j less than seat chart plus x. So that will be the seat numbers in the first row. So we will be incrementing this variable seat chart by x in every iteration of this while loop. So this j loop will be traversing through all the seat numbers in the particular row. So we will be starting from seat chart and we will be iterating till seat chart plus x minus 1, because we are using less than condition, and in every iteration we have to check whether the current seat is booked seat or not. So I am creating another loop. So this k loop iterates through the array booked seats. So the length of the booked seats is y. So we will be iterating from 0 to y, and in every iteration if j is equal to booked seats of k, then it is a booked seats. So in those cases we will be incrementing the value of the variable count. So finally, after the execution of the j loop, we will be printing the count. So that will be the total number of booked seats in every row. So now let us check our program with sample test cases. So this is our sample input 1. So for sample input 1, our expected output is 1421. So we also get 1421. So now I have given the sample input 2, and here n is equal to y. So we have to print full as our output. So we also print full as our output. So this is the logic behind today's daily challenge. Thank you for watching.